Well, I picked up this new screwdriver here. It's by HART, H-A-R-T, and I'm going to see how well it does. So this is sort of a review, and they're not asking me to do a review. I'm just doing it. I picked it up at Walmart, and they had a whole bunch of new HART tools. I also bought some dikes to cut wires, but it says that efficient driving, it has 95 inch-pounds of torque. We'll see about that. It's a 9-volt battery, forward and reverse, and it comes with the charger, the battery, and 2 bits, a Phillips and a straight standard bit, or as they call it, a slotted screwdriver bit, and an operator's manual. It has a lithium-ion battery. It says it drives screws efficiently up to 200 RPM. Compact design, convenient in tight spaces. Forward and reverse for easy driving and removal of screws. Spindle lock for manual driving. So that's, I guess, so when the battery dies. Now, it's made in China, of course, so I don't have a lot of hope for it. But it's distributed by HART Consumer Products, Inc., and they're in Anderson, South Carolina. So they're right up the road from me, not far at all. And their website is harttools.com, H-A-R-T tools.com. So I'm going to open it up and we'll take a look at it. I'm sure it probably needs to be charged, but I should have a little bit of charge since they're ion batteries, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I got it out of the case. Failed to mention has a limited 3-year warranty. You know what that usually means. You return it to China and they fix it and send it back to you, and you pay the shipping to China and back, which is like beyond the cost of what you paid for the device, so who's ever going to take them up on their warranty? Anyway, there's the reverse and forward, which is a slide switch. It's compatible with China-made devices. It clicks a little bit, but anyway, it's not bad. Let's see. Yeah, it has a charge. Comes with the adapter, and the adapter, well, you know, it's got a model number written in English and French and every other language under the sun. It's a Class 2 power supply. Input's 120 volts at 60 hertz, 3 watts. 3 watts, wow. Output is at 6.8 volts, that's unusual, at 200 milliamps, so that's not bad for DC, but 6.8 volts, that's kind of strange for a 4-volt charger, but it is what it is, and it has the information on it about the company. It uses standard bits, which is really nice because you can use any size Phillips or standard screwdriver bits that you can get that are that size, standard hex. And it has, you know, the multiple information. It comes written to you in probably 50 different languages. Yep, I'm already seeing 2. There's another language down here. Screwdriver safety warning. Safety rules for the charger. Safety, 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 safety. It's safe. Okay, so I've got all the safety information, and I guess the operating instructions is just a few little things. Everything else is written in 1,000 languages, talking about safety. Still safety. Maintenance. We do have a little section on maintenance. And it's pretty much self-explanatory, right? You got a trigger, and you got a switch for forward and back, and lock in the middle. So, you know, it's got a battery case in the back. Tells you to recycle the batteries, and you don't need instructions, right? If you can't figure out that you put it forward to go forward and reverse to go reverse, you really don't need to own this device. And if you don't know to push the trigger to make it work, then again, you don't really need to own this device. So you really don't need the instructions. That's just a waste of paper and ink and killing trees for no reason at all. But, you know, they got to do it because of the safety warnings. It has Phillips screws that hold it together. So you take the Phillips screws out and it comes apart. Simple as that. The battery comes out of the back end here, somehow or other. Okay, you might need the instructions for that. Hey, look, it does have an LED, which doesn't light, probably only lights when the charge is plugged in, which we will check. All right, let's plug it in and see if that light comes on. And indeed, it lights up. Nice bright red light. Looks white on the phone because the phone's sensitive, the camera's sensitive. But yeah, nice bright red light, lets you know it's charging. And in case I failed to mention it, it has a safety thing on the cord in 2 languages. So, you know, it's, oh wait, maybe 3 languages. Yeah, 3 languages. 3 or 4. 5. So if you speak multi-languages, you can know that it's safe in every single language you speak and read, of course. If you can't read it, it doesn't matter if you can speak it. So not bad. I like the way it sounds. You know, it is handy. It's got a nice rubber grip. It's comfortable in your hand. And this way, which is probably how I would use it the most, because, and that's neat, the trigger works just by squeezing your grip. That's good, because when you're inside of repairing an electronic device, you don't want to have to be holding it like this, you know, that would just be very uncomfortable. So that's nice. I like that. It seems to have some torque. It goes up to 300 RPM, and that seems about right. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice little device. For the price I paid for it, I'm quite impressed. Apparently you have to take the screws out to change the battery, but that's fine. Don't need to change the battery that often, and probably by the time I do need to change the battery, they probably won't make those batteries anymore, and you'll have to actually have one made or switch it out to something else. But yeah, it says it runs on 4 volts DC. And yet the charger is an unusual rating of 6.8 volts. Now obviously the voltage is regulated efficiently for a 4-volt battery. It can handle 6 volts of charging, but just 0.8 is strange to me. Why not 7? You know, 6.8, 6.5 would make sense. 7 would make 6.8. I don't know. It's like a proprietary charger. So I guess you could use a 6-volt charger and probably do just as good, but it is what it is. Okay, so there you have it. Ports in the back. Again, that's fine for when you're screwing it this way. You don't have the cord in your way. You know, and if you put it that way, the cord's still gonna not be bothering you. What else can I say about it? It's got a nice hanging thing, which would definitely support the weight. It goes all the way through both halves of the split compartment there. And it's about an inch. So if you stick it up on a screw, let's see if it'll fit a standard drywall screw. No, it won't fit a standard drywall screw, so you'd have to have a nail or something to hang it on. You know, but a hook or wire or something like that would work. So it is what it is. Nice screw gun. And the handle, as you can see, has got a nice grip on it. And it's almost rubberized with these little raised things. I like that construction. It gives you a non-slip grip, even though, you know, they don't make rubber anymore. Everything's vinyl and plastic. That's very nice. And even here, it's a very good textured grip. It feels like rubber. That's plastic for sure. This feels like rubber, but it's, I think it's just a really well-made vinyl. Not sure. You don't see rubber anymore, so it's hard to tell. Probably is. But I can't believe that they can make this device and sell it for what they sell it for. Well, there you have it. If you found this video interesting and you'd like to know more about it, let me know, and I'll do a follow-up video and we'll tear it apart. But right now, I don't want to tear it apart because I plan on using it this morning. So anyway, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm still using this screwdriver. I've had it now for a little over a month. And there are a couple things. It runs great. It works really good. I have had no problems with it. And one of the things I really like is the grip feels nice. And if you want to put screws in like this, but you don't want to, you know, take the risk of stripping out the metal, because, you know, a power screwdriver could easily do that. What I do is I just let it hang loose in my hand, and you'll notice what happens when it hits when the screw goes all the way in. See how it just spins? I just let it loose and it'll put it in, and then when it hits, it'll just spin in your hand. So that round design is a really nice feature. You don't have to grip it hard, you're just hard enough to push the trigger. And when it bottoms out, when the screw bottoms out, it just spins around. I'll show you again. I'm working on this Sony AV system, but and I can probably do this one hand. Put the screw on the screw gun, get it in it right about where it goes, and then just give it some gas and let it spin. Once it spins, you let go of the trigger and it stops. Very nice. The gun works great. I can take screws off of a cabinet in no time. I've actually did some tight tests with it. Basically what I do is I put screws in these beams above my head to hang stuff on, and these are drywall screws. This is hardwood. I've driven a 2-inch screw into the hardwood and driven it as far as I wanted to with no problem at all. I've taken them out as well. The screw gun has a lot of torque. Unbelievable for a, I'm not lined up on that one with one hand, it's a little bit difficult. It's unbelievable for such an inexpensive screwdriver. I'll probably have to get that one started by hand. I need to push down on the cabinet to get that screw in there. Well, that might have been part of the problem, but no, I still see screw line holes not lining up. But that's not the screwdriver's fault. Now I'll hold it down and get it started. And it gets started really well. And there you go. So there you go. If you want a very inexpensive but yet well-made screwdriver, I'm not endorsed by this company. I don't even know who they are. I just picked this up at Home Depot and thought I'd do a little video on it because I was quite impressed with its design. It's definitely got some substance to it. It's heavy, and you know, it's got some warnings, and of course, like everything else, it's made in Japan. But nice screw, and it holds the charge really well. I've had it unplugged for quite a while and come back in the next day and use it, and it still had a good charge, but I usually leave it on the charger all the time. So anyway, there you have it. Great tool for a lot of different industries. but for electronics, it's just great. So there you go. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it informative. Have a great day. So it's a very nice screwdriver, and they're not paying me for this. They didn't even know that I did this video. I'm sure they probably don't have a clue. But, you know, I just wanted to do a video on it because it was a great screwdriver. And I've enjoyed using it. It's been a good addition to my workbench.